Fucking terrible. Terrible. I am so disappointed in Chicago. Not just the Bears. The fan base, all of you. All of you. Tonight was ridiculous against the Rams. It was ridiculous. You want to know why it was ridiculous? Because the problems that I said were going to be our problems in the offseason, I told you to fix the offensive line. I told you to get some secondary help. What was our main problems in this game? We were getting beat down the field on short little routes. And offensively, we could not block anything. We couldn't block anything. I don't want to hear, oh, it's Aaron Donald. Okay, who cares? We beat Aaron Donald 2 years ago. Mitchell Trubisky beat Aaron Donald. Yeah, the Bears beat them with Mitch as the quarterback. This isn't Nick Foles hate. Don't get me wrong. Nick Foles is one of the boys now. He's one of the Bears. I'm not going to hate on any of our players. But this fan base wanted to blame the quarterback. You wanted to blame Mitch. You got your wish. You got your quarterback. This is your quarterback, Nick Foles, and he struggled. Why did he struggle? It wasn't because of him. It was because of that shitty offensive line. The worst offensive line in all of football. I don't want to hear anything else about it. We are terrible on the offensive line. Absolutely terrible. We have guys like Jermaine Effetti, who leads the league in penalties. Mind you, he gets a fucking penalty on the first drive when we have a first down rush on third down. And then, the next time, we have a 4th and 1, and who gets a penalty? It was Rashard Coward. The only good offensive lineman on this team is Cody Whitehair. Charles Leno's not any good. Bobby Massey's not any good. They get penalties left and right, too. They give up sacks left and right, too. It's ridiculous. And instead of doing what I said would have been a smart decision and going out and get Prince Tega Wanogho out of Auburn, you guys wanted to pass on him. You wanted to go get Travis Gibson. You wanted to go get Kendall Vildor. Kendall Vildor, he's fine. He's fine. You know why? Because he's a secondary help. That's fine. And I'm going to be honest, we had trouble tackling today. A lot of the tackling that was missed was on Kyle Fuller. We had a lot of people struggle to tackle. Not just our corners. We had linebackers struggle to tackle. Henderson was running through us. At one point, he ran with literally every single Bear on top of him an extra 10 yards. It was literally a dog pile pushing towards the end zone. Yeah. That tells you how great this defense is, this elite defense. It's not elite anymore. It's not 2018. Stop living in the past. Call it like it is. And you want to know what? Khalil Mack ain't as good as he once was either. You can sit there and act like he is. Oh my God, he's heating up. He got a sack. He forced a fumble today. You know what? That sack, I don't even really think it was a fumble. I don't think it was a fumble. It was on third down. Jared Goff was going to throw it. It looked like his arm still went forward. But you know what? It's third down. They're not going to review it. Either way, it's going to be our ball. Because they recovered it. What was there to review? We got beat by a punter. We got beat by a punter. Punter kept pinning us inside our own 10. We couldn't do anything offensively. Why couldn't we do anything offensively? We had opportunities. We had Darnell Mooney blazed by his man. But Nick Foles either underthrows him or overthrows him. Is that necessarily all on Nick? Absolutely not. You know why? Because our offensive line literally was giving this guy no time. To the point where in this game, they said what Nick Foles told them prior to this game, that he does not have time, and Matt Nagy does not realize that. He doesn't know exactly how much time Nick Foles will have. Your head coach does not know. Why doesn't he know? Because he's a dumbass. He is a dumbass. He can't sit there. He can't use his fucking brain and look at paper and look at the fucking games and say, you know what? We are terrible offensively because of this offensive line. He can't see that. But I was saying that from the beginning of the offseason, that was going to be your problem. And that was exactly what killed you in this Rams game. Exactly what killed you. We are a phony 5-2 team. We are a phony 5-2 team. The Packers honestly deserve the division. They deserve it. They played 1,000 times better than us. We've gotten lucky 5 times. And if we weren't 5-2, I would have told you to tank. Our team is terrible. Absolutely terrible. And our touchdown today didn't even come from the offense. It came from Eddie Jackson. This game is ridiculous. And you know what was the icing on top? We had Leonard Floyd get 2 sacks against us. Yeah, Leonard Floyd, you remember him, 94 on the Bears last year? And for a few years before that, we drafted him out of Georgia, number 9 pick. Yeah, that's our guy. Guess what? He messed us up, and I was glad he did. Especially when we started losing. I'm just like, fuck it. I want to see this guy pop off. Guess what? He did. And you know why he did? Because he's under a good coach. He's under a coach that can develop him. What's the last player that Matt Nagy has actually developed? He gave up on Trubisky. Cohen has significantly regressed since his rookie year. Allen Robinson he didn't make. Khalil Mack he didn't make. Akeem Hicks he didn't make. Maybe Roquan? Kyle Fuller he didn't make. Matt Nagy is not as good of a coach as people make him out to be. He's not. It's simple. And if I was Virginia McCaskey, I would have sent Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace packing a long time ago. Because they can't analyze their roster and determine and dissect the issues. Rather, this staff is a staff that will blatantly let the media point blame towards a very easy position, the quarterback position. They even said it. They said, well, you see, Nick Foles and Bears fans, you guys gotta know that this isn't all Nick Foles. Because this offensive line is not giving him any time. They weren't giving him any time with Mitch. The only problem with Mitch is Mitch was able to run and extend the plays so it didn't look as bad. It's been the same old line. It's not good. It's just not good. And now we don't have a mobile quarterback. But Matt Nagy, he'll sit there and he'll let you blame his quarterback. He'll when they start talking about the offensive line, he'll let you blame him, and then he'll come in and fix them, and then he won't fix the secondary. He's not going to sit there and he's not going to tell you, I failed to address the needs. I failed as a coach to come up with a better game plan. I failed. Matt Nagy has an inflated ego. He's never going to sit there and take the blame. Meanwhile, we got players like Khalil Mack who will blatantly go out there and state himself. Khalil Mack has said this, I need to play better. Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles have both said, I need to play better. Matt Nagy, he'll just say, as a team, I think we need to pay attention. He won't say, I need to figure things out. I need to call a better game. He'll never say that. Because he has an inflated ego. But sit there and claim that he's a great coach. He's an offensive genius. An offensive genius that still, to this day, has not scored a touchdown or a field goal in the first quarter of a game this year. Yeah. That's your offensive genius head coach. I really wish we were not as good as we were this year. I really wish we didn't get lucky. Because I'd be telling us to tank, and I want Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace out of town. We are a phony 5-2 team. And if we pick it up, we pick it up. We might pick it up. Hopefully we do. Hopefully I can come back and say, you know what, Matt Nagy, he addressed the things that needed to be addressed. He was able to come back. He was able to come back with a better week. Hopefully that's what I'm able to say. But everything that I said going into the offseason, they really struggled with it in this game. Specifically this game. Their offensive line that I made a big deal in the offseason, that people got mad at me for saying the quarterback wasn't the main issue and that the offensive line was actually being upgraded by bringing in the leader in fucking penalties. I don't know why Jermaine and Fetty would ever be considered an upgrade, but whatever. You dumbass fans. Maybe you should be like me. Maybe you should actually go out and research things. Maybe you should go look at things. Maybe you should watch tape. I don't know how to help you guys. I'm just laying it out as I see it. Then the offensive line needed to be fixed. They didn't fix it. That's on Ryan Pace and that's on Matt Nagy. Now you are in a situation where you're 5-2. You're not going to get a good draft pick. You can't tank for Penei Sewell. If you don't win another game this year, you're sitting around probably the 10th, 12th pick. You're not getting a great pick if you tank the rest of the year. Now we got to compete for the playoffs. And this team doesn't strike me as a playoff team. We have the Saints next week. Do I think we're going to beat the Saints? The Saints haven't been as good as they once were. But Mike Thomas might be back. Anything can happen. We might win the game. But am I confident that we will? No. The only game I was confident in this year so far has been the Giants game. And we made that one close. It's that simple. We have a win differential of 4 points. 4 points. We can't score. We can't score. And our defense, it has its moments, but it's not as consistent as it once was. That's simple. Like I said, fix the offensive line. That literally solves most of your offensive problems. Does that solve the drops here and there from Anthony Miller or whomever it might be, David Montgomery? Not necessarily. But it goes a long way. It gives Nick Foles time. Nick Foles is able to throw the ball deep. He's your quarterback now. He's the guy that you wanted in town. Make it look like it. I'll see you guys next time.